Wealthy people have habits that nobody talks about, not because they're secret, because they're unpopular, they're uncomfortable, they go against what feels natural. Today I'm going to expose the wealth habits that truly rich people practice religiously. These aren't the comfortable habits. These aren't the easy habits. These are the habits that separate the wealthy from everyone else. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what wealthy people do differently and why most people will never adopt these habits, because these habits are unpopular for a reason. They require sacrifice. They require discipline. They require going against the crowd. But they work. Let's expose the unpopular wealth habits that actually build fortunes. Wealthy people genuinely don't care what their peers think about their money choices. Not as a mantra they repeat. Actually, functionally, don't care. Here's what this looks like in practice. The behavior. Their peers buy $80,000 cars. They drive a $15,000 used car. Their peers upgrade to bigger houses. They stay in their modest home. Their peers vacation in Europe twice a year. They take one domestic camping trip. Their peers wear designer everything. They wear the same 7 shirts for 3 years. The social cost. People think they're cheap. People think they're unsuccessful. People think they can't afford nice things. People gossip about why they're so frugal. This is deeply uncomfortable socially. Humans are wired to fit in with their tribe. Going against the tribe feels wrong. It triggers anxiety. It feels like social rejection. Why most people can't do this. Your coworker shows up with a new BMW. You feel pressure. Everyone at my level drives nice cars. If I don't, people will think I'm not successful. So you lease a BMW you can't afford. You just sacrificed $700 per month, $8,400 per year, to avoid uncomfortable peer judgment. Over 30 years at 10% returns, that $8,400 per year becomes $1,520,000 you'll never have. How the wealthy think differently. They know nobody actually cares about your car after 2 weeks. The person judging you has their own financial problems. Peer opinion doesn't pay your retirement. Looking wealthy and being wealthy are opposites. The unpopular truth. You can have peer approval or you can have wealth. For most people, choosing wealth means choosing social discomfort. The wealthy chose wealth. They accepted the social cost. That's why they're wealthy. The practical application. Next time you feel pressure to buy something for appearance, pause. Ask, am I buying this for peer approval or genuine value? If it's peer approval, skip it. Redirect that money to investments. Your investments don't judge you. Your peers' opinions don't compound at 10%. Wealthy people know where every dollar goes, not approximately, exactly. This sounds simple. It's actually the most unpopular habit of all because it's tedious, it's boring, it feels neurotic, but it works. The behavior. Every purchase logged, every subscription tracked, every expense categorized, monthly reviews of spending, annual analysis of spending trends. They know $47.23 on groceries Tuesday, $12.50 on coffee Wednesday, $156 on utility Thursday. Why this matters? You cannot optimize what you don't measure. If you don't know where your money goes, you can't cut waste. The average person has $200 to $400 per month in forgotten subscriptions, $300 to $500 per month in impulse purchases, $100 to $200 per month in convenience spending, $200 to $300 per month in social obligation spending. That's $800 to $1,400 per month of unconscious spending. Over 30 years at 10%, $1.8 million to $3.1 million in lost wealth. Why people hate this? Tracking spending reveals uncomfortable truths. You spent $847 eating out last month. You spend $213 per month on subscriptions you forgot about. You spent $423 on impulse Amazon purchases. These truths hurt. So people avoid tracking. Ignorance feels better than awareness. How the wealthy overcome this? They know. Temporary discomfort of awareness beats permanent poverty. They treat money like a business treats revenue. Would a business not track revenue? Absurd. Your personal finances are your personal business. Track everything. The system. Use Mint, YNAB, personal capital, or simple spreadsheet. Link all accounts. Review weekly, 15 minutes. Categorize everything. Identify patterns monthly. Cut waste quarterly. This habit alone can save $500 to $1,000 per month. That's $1.1 million to $2.2 million over 30 years. But it requires doing the boring, unpopular work of tracking. Wealthy people calculate the value of their time. Then they refuse to spend time on activities below that value. This makes them seem cold, transactional, and antisocial. But it builds wealth. The calculation: your annual income, $100,000. Working hours per year, 2,000. Your time value, $50 per hour. Now you know. Any task under $50 per hour value should be outsourced, automated, or eliminated. The behavior: they don't mow lawns, $15 per hour task. They hire it, $40. They don't clean houses, $20 per hour task. They hire it, $100 per month. They don't fix cars, $25 per hour task. They pay mechanics. They don't spend 3 hours comparing prices to save $20, $6.67 per hour. They buy and move on. Every hour spent on low-value tasks is an hour not spent on high-value activities: earning, learning, building. The social cost: you're too good to mow your own lawn. You waste money on house cleaning. You're lazy and entitled. These judgments come from people who don't understand opportunity cost. They see spending on services as waste. The wealthy see it as $40 to free 2 hours equals $80 of time at $40 per hour. For $40, cost equals net gain $40. Why most people won't do this? It feels wasteful to pay someone for tasks you can do yourself. It feels like showing off. It feels financially irresponsible. But here's the math. Spending 5 hours weekly on household tasks equals 260 hours per year equals $13,000 of your time at $50 per hour. Outsourcing those task costs, $6,000 per year. Net gain, $7,000 per year of free time. Use that time to earn more, learn skills, or build business. Over 10 years, $70,000. Direct gain plus opportunity cost of what you built with freed time. The implementation: list all your tasks. Calculate time spent. Calculate your hourly rate. Anything below your rate, delegate, automate, or eliminate. Use the freed time for activities only you can do: earning, learning, creating. Wealthy people say no constantly to opportunities, to friends, to family, to events, to causes. This makes them seem selfish, cold, and antisocial, but it's how they protect their time and resources. The behavior: want to grab dinner? No, I'm working on a project. Can you help me move? No, I'm working on a project. I can't make it. Will you donate to my fundraiser? No, not right now. Come to my party? No, I have other commitments. They say no to 90% of requests. They say yes to 10% that align with their goals. Why this is unpopular. Every no disappoints someone. Friends feel rejected. Family feels neglected. Co-workers feel dismissed. You seem unfriendly, unhelpful, antisocial. The social pressure to say yes is enormous. We're taught. Be helpful, be available, be generous. The cost of saying yes to dinner. 3 hours plus $50 equals lost time and money. Yes to helping move. 6 hours equals lost productive time. Yes to donation. $100 equals money not invested. Yes to party. 4 hours lost focus time. 1 yes per week. We're 200 plus hours per year plus $5,000. That's $5,000 plus opportunity cost of 200 hours. If those 200 hours built something valuable, the real cost is $20,000 to $50,000 per year. How the wealthy think every yes is a no to something else. Saying yes to dinner is saying no to working on your business. Saying yes to the party is saying no to learning a valuable skill. They guard their yes ferociously because their yes is their most valuable resource. The filter. Before saying yes to anything, ask, does this move me toward my financial goals? Would I pay $500 to attend this event? Valuing your time. Is this person, this activity in my top 10% priority? If no to these questions, say no to the request. Politely, firmly, without guilt. The social management. You can't just say no to everyone and maintain relationships. The wealthy use, I'm focused on X project right now. Can't commit to anything else. I have a policy of not attending events on weekdays. I'm limiting social commitments this quarter to focus on goals. These explanations soften the no while maintaining the boundary. Wealthy people consume almost zero entertainment. Their free time is spent learning. This makes them seem boring, pretentious, and no fun. But it compounds knowledge over decades. The behavior. They don't watch TV shows. Average American, 3 to 4 hours per day. They don't scroll social media aimlessly. Average 2+ hours per day. They don't play video games. Average gamer, 8 hours per week. They don't watch sports for entertainment. Average fan, 5+ hours per week. Their entertainment is reading business books, listening to educational podcasts, taking online courses, networking with successful people, practicing new skills. The time math. Average American entertainment, 5 to 6 hours per day equals 35 to 42 hours per week equals 1,820 to 2,184 hours per year. Wealthy person entertainment, 0 to 5 hours per week equals 0 to 260 hours per year. Difference, 1,560 to 2,184 hours per year spent learning instead of entertaining. Over 30 years, 46,800 to 65,520 hours of additional learning. That's 23 to 33 years of 40-hour work weeks spent learning while others entertained themselves. Why this is unpopular. Learning is harder than entertainment. Entertainment is passive and pleasurable. Learning is active and challenging. After a hard day of work, your brain craves easy pleasure. Turning on Netflix is easier than reading a challenging book. This is why most people choose entertainment. Immediate gratification beats delayed learning. The wealthy mindset. They reframed learning as entertainment. Reading about business is their TV show. Podcasts about investing are their background noise. Conversations with successful people are their social events. They genuinely enjoy learning, not because they're different humans, because they condition themselves to find pleasure in growth. The implementation starts small. Replace 1 hour of entertainment with 1 hour of learning. Watch one less TV show, read one chapter instead. Listen to podcasts instead of music during commute. Take one course instead of binging one Netflix series. After 90 days, learning becomes habitual. After 1 year, you've gained 365 hours of knowledge. After 10 years, you're unrecognizably more knowledgeable than you were. Knowledge compounds. Entertainment doesn't. Here's the truth nobody tells you. These habits are unpopular because they're hard. They require going against social pressure, ignoring peers, doing tedious work, tracking spending, being transactional with time, monetizing ruthlessly, disappointing people, saying no constantly, delaying gratification, learning over entertainment. Most people won't do these things. That's why most people aren't wealthy. Wealth isn't about secrets. It's about doing unpopular things consistently. The wealthy ignore peer pressure for decades, track every dollar for life, monetize their time ruthlessly, say no to 90% of requests, learn instead of being entertained. These habits are uncomfortable, socially costly, tedious, difficult, but they work. They build fortunes over 20 to 30 years. The question for you: can you do unpopular things for decades? Can you withstand social pressure? Can you delay gratification? Can you stay disciplined when it's boring? If yes, adopt these habits today. Start with one. Master it. Add another. Within 5 years, these unpopular habits become your normal. Within 10 years, you're significantly wealthier than your peers. Within 20 to 30 years, you're in a completely different financial universe. If no, that's okay. Be honest with yourself. Most people choose social comfort over wealth. That's a valid choice. Just don't wonder why wealthy people are wealthy. They did the unpopular things you weren't willing to do. Now you know the truth. Wealth habits are unpopular habits. Choose wisely.